This is an update on the Rock Island Armory TM22. Here's my Rock Island Armory TM22. You probably remember, if you watched my earlier or previous video about the Rock Island TM22, it was when we first opened this rifle up and got it out to the range and was firing it. And we mounted this little Firefield scope on it. If you remember, it was an extremely windy day, and we thought we were chasing the wind when we were trying to sight the scope in. And we started to experiment with different ammunition. I started out shooting the Fiocchi 22 LR ammunition. Was a 40 grain, 1,200 or so feet per second in velocity. We shot the Remington Thunderbolt, which, as you know, is like a bulk ammo. It's not really the most reliable thing. We shot a lot of Aguila 22 LR ammunition in it, and just not an accurate rifle at all. Now, I really like the rifle because it's sort of lightweight, has a really good trigger. I mean, we measured the trigger on this rascal, and it's less than 2 pounds. And as you can see, it's got that flat face trigger. See if you can see it there. See the flat face trigger? And so just a lot of things that we really liked about this rifle. And as you know, this rifle is sold in the United States by Rock Island Armory as the TM22. But it's actually manufactured in Turkey by a company by the name of Daria. And it's also called the TM22. Sold up in Canada. This same rifle sold in Canada as the Daria TM22, and folks are really happy to get these in Canada because they're known to be very accurate rifles, and up in Canada you'll pay anywhere between $400 or $500 for one of these, and I caught this rifle on sale for $200, and so I thought it was really fortunate. But the problem that I had, it just is not a very accurate rifle. And some of you folks may think that I'm a little picky, but you know, we shoot our 22 long rifle, all of the 22 LRs that we shoot, we like to be accurate at 100 yards. One of our favorite targets is to mount the little 4-inch orange clay pigeons, and we put them at 100 yards. And if we can't shoot one of those at 100 yards consistently with a rifle, it's just not an accurate rifle. So what I started to do, I started to investigate this a little bit. And when you look through the barrel with a light, you really can't see anything. It looks okay. But I have a good, close personal friend who's much more experienced with firearms than I am, and he has a barrel camera. And so he slipped his barrel camera down there, and I'm going to display the images that we found. Just outside of the forcing cone in the barrel, we could detect a large gouge, and then some rifling or the images that we found. Just outside of the forcing cone in the barrel, we could detect a large gouge, and then some rifling, or in the rifling, some cracks in the rifling, and then some type of tool markings that run horizontally along the barrel. And so there was a problem with the barrel. That's what the problem was with our accuracy, is that it's a defective barrel. So what I did, I started to contact Rock Island Armory, and I'm not really impressed with their customer service. Now, if you watch some of my other videos, we have had experience with other firearms manufacturers' customer service. And so I go to their website, I find an 800 number, I call it. All I could ever do is get a voicemail. I'd leave voicemails. I did receive one phone call back and was left a voicemail. But there's also a way you can submit a form on their website, and then you can also send an email. So I got a response back, and it said, apologies, but can you please give us a brief explanation of the issue? Well, I just gave you a brief explanation of the issue. The firearm is not accurate, and also we found defects in the barrel. And they want to know what defects did we find in the barrel, and could we please send any photos? So I did that. I provided them with photos. I received another email back, and they wanted to know specifically how many rounds of ammunition was fired through the TM22. I told them approximately 150 to 175 rounds. 150 to 175 rounds through it. It's not accurate. And then I also told them that we ran that barrel camera through it, and we found these imperfections. I would go further and just say that poor workmanship on the barrel. And so they wanted me to provide the pictures, and I did. I provided them a couple of pictures. And so along about a week later, a little over a week later, probably about 10 days later, I get another email back, and they once again apologize for the inconvenience. Very kind of them to apologize, but what they want me to do is they want me to take the firearm, the entire firearm, back to my local federal firearms license dealer, to my local gun store, and have them ship it back to them, but they will not incur the expense of what the FFL would charge. Now, they have offered to send the FFL a mailing label, and so that's awful nice of them. And they want me to send the entire firearm back. And by the way, they also said that this is guaranteed to keep a 1.25, a 1 1/4 inch MOA group. And well, it's far from that. So that's what they want me to do. And of course, my question is, and I sent this back to them, waiting to hear from them, is why can't I just send the barrel to you? Because it's not a serialized part that's going to require a federal firearms license dealer. So just let me send this barrel back to you, let you examine it for yourself. And if you indeed do determine, like I have, that it's a defective barrel, then just ship me back a new / good barrel to put in the firearm. So I'm going to keep you updated. Just wanted to post an update because